All right, well, let's get started so we can get to the good part, the wine. Thanks so much for being here. Good to see some new faces. Like I said before, I'm Annalicia, and we've been doing kind of a mix between gentle and power yoga. So if you're new to yoga, you may or may not be aware of the fact that you can do very restorative, gentle, calming practices, and then you can do very intense power type practices. And what we've been doing here at the winery has been kind of in the middle. So I encourage you to just listen to your body. If you need to take a break at any point, feel free. If you know ways to make things more challenging and that's what you're looking for today, then you're welcome to do that as well. So with that being said, any questions before we start? All right, let's do this. We're going to begin in child's pose. So bring your big toes together to touch. Knees mat width apart. Sink your hips back towards your heels, and then bring your forehead either so it's touching the mat, or stack your fists and then bring your forehead to your fists. And this is your time to settle into your body. It's a great time to bring some awareness to your breath. So see if you can begin to lengthen your inhales and your exhales. And really warm your body and your muscles up with that breathing. If it would feel good on your neck, you can rock your forehead side to side. If hanging out here in child's pose is what you need, then you're welcome to stay. If instead you'd like to add some movement, then on your next inhale, come forward into a cobra-like position, looking up if that feels okay on your neck. Exhale, push back, child's pose. Inhale, come forward, shoulders melt away from your ears, shoulder blades pull together. Exhale, push back. One more time like that. Long, slow inhale. Nice. Long, slow exhale. And then let's do a few hip circles. So those are just like they sound. You're circling your hips around as big or as small as you like. 3 or 4 each way. Keep breathing. Belly button up to protect your back. Reverse directions if you haven't already. And then once you've evened yourself out, stay here on your hands and your knees. Make sure your pointer fingers are straight forward, bright hands. That's going to give you a nice base for your wrists. And then shoulders are right over your palms. On your next inhale, you're going to look up. Exhale, tuck under, cat-cow. Inhale up. Exhale under. Now you can continue like this. If you want to make it harder though, you're going to inhale, lift one arm in the opposite leg. Exhale, elbow towards your... Inhale, up, lengthen. Exhale, pull. One more time. Yeah, nice, ladies. Lengthen out. Then drop your hand and knee down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. One arm in the opposite leg. Inhale. Exhale, tuck under and pull. Good. Up. Pull. One more time. Lengthen out. Drop down. And we'll do one more here. If your wrists are getting sore at all, make fists instead of palms. And on your next inhale, pull your right shoulder to your right hip. And switch. So this is called lateral cat-cow. So now we're moving our spine through our range of motion side to side. It feels a little goofy at first, but you'll get used to it. Yeah, looking good. And you'll notice this is a great one to tone and strengthen your obliques, your side body abdominal muscles. Once you've evened yourself out, come back to center. Again, make sure your hands are planted with your pointer fingers straight forward. Then tuck your toes back and down and move into downward facing dog. So your chest is pulling towards your feet. In down dog, you can have your knees bent or your legs straight. That's up to you. So knees bent will help you release your lower back. Legs straight will help you stretch out your hamstrings and your calves. Nod your head yes here a couple times. Shake no. And then bend your knees if you aren't already. Look up. Bring your feet forward. Hang heavy here for a second. Now, whenever we're in a forward fold, same thing as I just talked about in down dog. You can have your legs straight or your knees bent. That's always up to you. Bring your body weight out of your heels into the balls of your feet. And then on your next inhale, keep your body weight forward. Do a halfway lift. So you're lengthening out parallel with the ground. Let it go. Exhale. Soften your knees. Inhale, stand, high prayer. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes for a sec. And set an intention or a dedication for your practice. So in other words, just get clear about why you're here spending an hour on your mat with me. Then take a deep breath to seal that intention or dedication. Blink your eyes open and bring your arms up. Palms face forward. Inhale, reach one hand. Exhale, thread through. So it's like you're pulling a bow and arrow. So what we're trying to do here is a few things. First of all, we're trying to open up our chest and bring some blood flow to our upper back. So every time you pull through, feel your shoulder blades pull together. Secondly, it's a really good time to warm up your abs. So as you twist, belly button to your spine. And then finally, we're trying to work on pairing our breath with our movement. You got one more set. Inhale, big exhale. Now if you need a break with your arms, just drop them. If you can keep them up, then flip your palms towards the sky. Good, and start to move side to side. So just like lateral cat-cow, the one we did on our hands and our knees, this one's a little bit awkward at first until it's not. Takes a little practice. It's really good for your spine though, really good for your obliques. See if you can pick up the pace. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. 3, 2, last one. Good. Drop your arms down. A couple big shoulder rolls. And before we get into, I think I missed a chunk of hair. I'll have to redo that in a sec. Before we get into our vinyasas, let's do a stretch for our neck. So bring your right hand into a half bind. Bring your left hand to your right ear. And with this one, I always tell people don't pull, but just let the weight of your hand intensify the stretch a little bit. Posture stays strong, so you're dropping your tailbone. In yoga, that's called Uddiyana Bandha. Whenever you hear the word bandha, that means lock. Uddiyana Bandha is your rib cage to pelvic lock. Good. On your next exhale, chin to your chest. Come up. Switch sides. Left arm into a half bind. Right hand to your left ear. Posture is strong. You're still breathing. Looking good. One more long, slow inhale. And then on your exhale, chin to your chest. Come on up. And from the top of your mat, hands at heart center. On your next inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, hinge and swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, plant your hands, step back into high plank on your knees. Exhale, chaturanga, bringing your belly button all the way to the ground. Good. Inhale, float your hands and find cobra, which means your shoulder blades pull together. Good. Exhale, child's pose. So what we just did there is what's called a vinyasa. Vinyasa just means flow. And you might see that little series show up here and there throughout our practice. That version that we did on our knees is a modified version. So if that felt good to you, I would encourage you to continue to do it that way. If you want more intensity, I'll cue you through that the next time around. So with that being said, meet me in down dog. Check out your hand placement. Got to have a great base for your wrists. Once you get to down dog, pedal your feet a couple times. Then bend both knees. Look up, step, jump, or walk, feet forward. Inhale, strong halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, stand, high prayer. Exhale, swan dive forward. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, high plank. Drop to your knees if you need to. Otherwise, stay on your toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Nice. This time in down dog, sway your hips side to side so you're getting a nice side body stretch. Then once you've evened yourself out, again, bend your knees, look up, feet forward. We're going to move through that vinyasa, those sun A's, one more time. So inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, belly button pulls up. Now plant your hands from your knees or your toes, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Down dog or child's pose, nice. So if at any point I'm cueing you through the vinyasas and they're just not working for you, maybe your wrists are sore, elbows, shoulder, lower back, or maybe you're thinking, I did not sign up for this, I thought this was going to be gentle yoga, then you can skip the vinyasas. Exhale, feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Let it go. Soft knees, stand, high prayer. And then bring your hands to heart center. Good. From here, step back with your left leg. Right leg forward. We're going into warrior one. So in warrior one, you've got heel to heel alignment. And you're trying to square your hips over your front leg. There you go. Plant the pinky toe side of your back foot into the ground and then lunge forward, right knee over your right ankle. You got it. Arms up. If you need help balancing, go out to the side. Looks really great, ladies. Now, keeping that lock that I talked about, so your Uddiyana Bandha, your rib cage to pelvic lock, from here, pull your elbows down, but don't let that lock go. So you're keeping your core strong. Awesome. Inhale up. Open this way, warrior two. So now with warrior two, we've got heel to arch alignment. Hips are squaring to the side instead of the front. But still the same thing. Front knee is bent over your front ankle, back leg is straight. Gorgeous. That looks awesome. Straighten your front leg. We're going to go into triangle pose. So with triangle pose, you're keeping your feet the same. You're going to reach forward, tick-tock your arms, look at the sky or the ground, whatever works with your neck. Now today, it's your lucky day because we're going to rotate our triangle. So hang out here for one more breath, really bright fingers. And then bring your left hand down to where your right hand is, right arm up into a fly position. So you're going the opposite direction. Yeah, and if the floor is available for you to touch with your left hand, you're welcome to do that. If it's not, no worries. Come back to where you started. So regular triangle. Re-lunge. So now we're in warrior two leg position. Being in this position is called side angle, very similar to triangle pose. We just are in the lunge. Try bringing your left bicep by your ear, really lengthen. Then on your next inhale, come up, back to warrior two. Exhale, windmill down, drop your back knee. And then we're going to come up into our hip flexor stretch. So belly button to your spine, bring your hand to your knee. The further apart your knee and your foot are, the bigger this stretch will be. Where you're wanting to feel it is right here in your left leg. There you go. For an even bigger stretch, arms come up. Drive your left hip bone forward, pull your right hip back. Excellent. One more big breath. Then hands come to the inside of your front leg. Swing your leg around. Down dog, child's pose, or vinyasa. If you are going to vinyasa with me, exhale to go down into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Nice, ladies. Bend your knees, look up, feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, inhale, stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. Then when you're ready for the other side, right leg back, left leg forward. Warrior one. The longer your stance, the harder the warriors will be. So decide how far apart you want your left foot and your right foot. Then lunge forward. Square your hips to the front. Good adjustment, yeah. Arms out to a T will help you balance. Above your head will make this easier. Or harder, excuse me, harder. If you ever need a break in the warriors, all you have to do is straighten your front leg. Take a breather, re-lunge when you're ready. Now keep your rib cage and your pelvis locked up and pull your elbows down so you're popping in your chest, bringing some strength and blood flow to your upper back. Beautiful. Inhale up. Hold on your exhale. Open that way, warrior two. So now you're adjusting your back foot. Heel to arch alignment. Left knee is bent over your left ankle. Really nice. Now from this position, we're going to straighten our front leg. Notice how that gives you a little break. Again, you can do that at any point if you need a break. But we're going to go into triangle pose now. So reach forward, tick-tock your arms, bright fingers. Decide where you want to look. And really allow yourself to lengthen and get a nice stretch in your side body, specifically your top side body. From here, we're going to rotate our triangle. So you're going to bring your right hand down, left arm up into fly, bright fingers. Awesome. Belly button to your spine, that's going to help you balance. Nice, back to triangle. Now re-lunge, left knee over your left ankle, side angle pose, right bicep by your ear, lengthen out through your fingertips, pull your chest towards the sky, and then muster up all your strength and power. Come back to warrior two. Exhale, windmill down, drop your back knee, and move gently into your hip flexor stretch. Belly button to your spine as you come up, hands to your thigh. There you go. You decide how far apart your knee and your foot need to be. Deep breaths, shoulders drop. For a bigger stretch, reach back. On your next exhale, hands through heart center. Drag this foot around. Again, down dog, child's pose, or vinyasa. Whatever works for you here. If you are in down dog, let's meet in child's pose. So drop to your knees. Remember, they're mat width apart. Hips are back at your heels. Forehead towards the mat. Deep breaths. On your next exhale, bring your upper body over to the right. We'll get our side body stretch in here. Couple deep breaths in this position. Head is heavy. Back to center. Exhale to the left. Deep breaths. Back to center. And come forward to your hands and your knees. On your next inhale, extend your right arm, left leg. Exhale, we're going to go into what's called awkward airplane. You're going to twist to the right. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Lift and lengthen. Keep lifting. Exhale, twist to the right. Back to center. One more time like that. Twist. Keep your left shoulder away from your ear. Nice, ladies. Come on back. Hand and knee down. Same thing on the other side. Left arm, right leg. Lift. Exhale, twist to the left. Back to center. Lift and lengthen a little more. Exhale, twist. Come on back. Last one. Come on back. Hand and knee down. Push back, downward facing dog. Nice. Bend your knees, look up, feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, high prayer. Hands to heart center. Close your eyes for a sec. Reconnect with your intention. Then blink your eyes open. Step back with your left leg. Right leg forward, warrior one. So that same position we found to start. Hips are driving forward. Yeah, looking good. Lunge a little bit more. There you go. Perfect. From here, clasp your hands. Pull down. You can stay like this, popping in your chest. Or on your next exhale, you can find humble warrior going to the inside of your leg. Let your head hang heavy. There. So we have a tendency here to think that our neck is holding us, keeping us from falling over, but it's really our abdominal muscles. So keep your belly button up, but head heavy. Inhale, come up nice and slow. Gorgeous. Warrior two, open towards me. Now we're going to do a little flowing. So if at any point you need to take a break, again, just straighten your front leg. Otherwise, your goal is to keep everything from your hips on down nice and stable. So with that being said, on your next exhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow to your knee, side angle. Inhale, up. Long, slow exhale, reach back. Inhale, come forward. This time, try floating your fingertips. Left bicep by your ear if that works for you. Strong inhale to come up. Strong exhale back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lengthen. One more set. Come on up. Reach back. Inhale, forward. Long exhale, side angle. Then come back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Step forward with your back foot. So I've still got heel to heel alignment. But now we're going to twist our hips forward. We're going to move into pyramid pose. So on your next inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, swan dive over your straight front leg. And let your upper body hang. The only part of our upper body that we don't want to be falling towards the floor, I should say there's two parts, our shoulders and our belly button. Shoulders stay in their sockets so they're pulling away from your ears. Good adjustments, yes. Belly button up. One more breath here, ladies. Then soften your front knee, step forward with your back leg, chair pose. So now you're in like a lightning bolt position. Back in your body weight's back in your heels. You can wiggle your toes. You can see your toes. Awesome. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let it go. Rise to stand, high prayer. Hands to heart center. Lovely. Other side, right leg back. Left leg forward, warrior one to begin with. Hips are driving to the front with warrior one. Excellent. Clasp your hands behind you. Pull down. Look up if that feels okay. Stay like this, or use your next exhale to find humble warrior. So just like with pyramid pose, the pose we were just in, hanging our upper body heavy and forward, we're going to do the same thing here with humble warrior. Everything is hanging heavy except our shoulders and our belly button. Lift your arms just a little bit. Then use your next inhale to rise to stand. Open, warrior two. Adjust your back foot and adjust your hips. And then we're going to do our flowing. So once you feel good about your position from your rib cage, or I should say from your hips on down, then use your next exhale to reach back. Reverse warrior. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow to your knee, side angle. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach forward. Find side angle or extended side angle, bicep by your ear. Up. Strong core. Back. Inhale. Exhale. One more time through. Feel free to move at your own pace with the rhythm of your own breath. And then once you finish, we'll meet in warrior two. Then straighten your front leg, pull your back foot up. So you just have about 2 or 3 feet between your front heel and your back heel. And then you square your hips to the front. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Let your chin fall towards your chest, belly button up. Ground your back heel, so don't let it pop up. Keep your left hip driving forward, right hip pulling back. Very nice, ladies. One more breath here in pyramid. Bend your front knee. Step forward. Chair pose. Good. So you're in your heels. The reason that that's a big deal is because if you're in your toes, it's going to put a ton of pressure on your knees. When you're in your heels, then you put all your body weight into your glutes and your hamstrings, and they can handle that. Awesome. Exhale, fold. Inhale, do a halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes, take a moment to regroup. Take a couple deep breaths. Then blink your eyes open. We're going to do a little balancing. We're going to do chair pose, or I'm sorry, tree pose today is what I meant to say. So I'm going to turn and face you here, but I'm going to try to mirror. We'll see how that goes. So bring your body weight into your right leg, kickstand your left toes up. Start here with me. And before you decide whether or not you're going to take this to a more challenging level, check in with your posture, specifically that Uddiyana Bandha. So instead of having a duck butt, you're tucking it under. Again, Bandha means lock. This is your rib cage to pelvic lock. For a bigger challenge, hands come closer to your midline. For an even bigger challenge, foot comes up below or above your knee, but not on your knee. For an even bigger challenge, arms extend up, but you keep your rib cage down in that lock. If you want to take this even further, you can do a baby back bend with those cactus arms, pulling down and back, looking up at the sky. Awesome. Once you finish your next breath, you can drop both feet down, shake it out. Very nice. Same thing on the other side. So body weight into your left leg, kickstand your toes up. Arms out to a T to help you balance to start. You're welcome to stay here. Check in with your lock. Then decide what you're going to do with your arms. Decide what you want to do with your right foot. Know that shaking and wobbling is more than okay. That's what's supposed to happen. Falling out is part of the process too. If you want to do the baby back bend, then you're pulling your elbows back and down, looking up. You guys are so serious. Come on up. Both feet down. Exhale, fold. Excellent. On your next inhale, do a halfway lift. On your exhale, plant your hands. High plank if you want on your knees or your toes. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Down dog or child's pose. Drop to your knees. Let's all find child's pose. Couple breaths here. On your next inhale, come forward. Flip your left palm towards the sky. And then exhale, thread your arm through left ear to the mat or to stacked fists. And then once you've gotten into this position, take some deep breaths so that you're kind of getting into the nooks and crannies around your left shoulder blade. Inhale, come up. Flip your right palm. Exhale, thread through. Right ear to the mat or your fist. Deep breaths. Inhale, back to center. And then come to a seated position. Meet me here. So your heels are planted, hands are behind your thighs. Sit up as tall as you can. And then on your next exhale, roll back till your arms are almost straight. You can stay like this. For a bigger challenge, you're releasing your arms. For an even bigger challenge, fists together, and we're going to do a little twisting. Inhale to prep. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. Now, if you want to pick up the pace, you're going to change your breathing to an inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. So do what you want to with this one. Regardless of what version you're doing, shoulders away from your ears, belly button towards your spine. 5 seconds, ladies. Give it all you got. Good. Now from here, try rolling down one vertebrae at a time. You're going to hate me for that. Try to keep your feet glued to the floor. That's how you know you're using muscle and that momentum. Nice. Oh, once you get to the floor, bring your feet wide. Let your knees tent in. This allows your lower back to relax. While you're resting here, bring your hands down by your hips. Shoulders pull towards your hips. And then flip your palms towards the sky. We're going to move into the shoulder bridge. So untent your knees. Plant your feet. And on your next inhale, you're going to lift your hips up off the floor. See if you can hold. And then you can keep your arms just as they are now, or you can try clasping your hands under your hips. In either case, pull your sternums, pull your chest towards your chin. Hang on for 3, 2, Then bring your hips back to the floor. Release your arms and find Supta Baddha. So bottoms of your feet come together, knees wide. I'm going to move myself over here so you guys can see me a little better. We've got regular yoga here in the shade and then hot yoga over there in the sun. If you're getting too hot, feel free to move your mats. All right, we're going to do one more round of the shoulder bridge. So bring your knees back together. Hands are down by your hips, shoulders pulling down, palms flip up. Lift up with your hips. Clasp your hands under your hips if that's available. Pull your chest towards your chin. And then make sure the big toe sides of your feet stay down. And notice how that pulls your knees in and fires up your inner thighs. That's what we want. There you go. Keep lifting and squeezing for 3, 2, relax and release. Awesome. Supta Baddha. Inhale, bring your knees back together. Plant your feet once again. Arms out to a T. However, for this next one, if you want a bigger challenge, then your hands come closer to your hips, so closer to your midline. Pull your right knee into your chest. Extend your right leg up. And then left leg can stay as it is here, bent, or you can extend it down for a bigger challenge. We're going to do some single leg circles. Inhale, circle clockwise. Exhale, pull up. The bigger your circle, the harder this will be. Your goal is to keep your upper body still while your leg is moving. That's going to take a lot of abdominal strength. 3 more. 2. Then stop at the top. Hold behind your thigh or your calf and pull back. Point and flex your toes a few times. And then move, as you're pulling your leg towards your chest, move your leg side to side a few times, stretching out your inner thighs and your outer hip. Then bring your leg back to center. Release your arms, same leg, opposite direction. So on your next exhale, circle counterclockwise. Excuse me, on the inhale, you're going to drop down. Exhale to come up. Let's do that breathing. As your leg comes up, belly button pulls down. So this one's really good not only to tone and strengthen your legs and your abs, but also to work on flexibility in your hip joint. You've got 2 more, ladies. Now bend your knee, pull it in towards your right shoulder. Bend your left knee if it isn't already. Plant your foot and then bring your right ankle to your left thigh. Pull in, grabbing behind your left thigh. This is called modified pigeon. Now we are going to go into regular pigeon today, but if regular pigeon doesn't work for you for whatever reason, in other words, if you feel a lot of shooting or grinding pain, you can come back to this version of it and do another round just like this, because it's going to target similar muscle groups. Drop your left foot down. Plant both feet then into the ground. Decide if you want your arms out at a T or closer to your midline, and we're moving into the second set. So left knee into your chest. Extend your left leg up. Decide what you want to do with your right leg. Inhale, circle counterclockwise. Exhale, pull up. Inhale down, big exhale, nice control. Nothing besides your leg is moving. Really strong core here. And use your breath to help you. Last 2. Once you finish, stop at the top, grab behind your thigh or your calf, pull in, flex and point your toe a couple times. Then keep your leg pulling in and rock your leg side to side a few times. Release your leg. One last set, opposite directions. You're going to go clockwise now and come up. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, circle up. Keep breathing. Very nice. Last two. One more. Pull your left knee into your left shoulder. Then bend your right knee up if it isn't already. Left ankle to your right thigh. Pull everything in into modified pigeon, grabbing behind your right thigh. One last breath. Then drop your foot down. Very nice. Roll to your side. And make your way into downward facing dog. We're heading into pigeon. So again, if pigeon doesn't work for you, then do what we were just doing on our back, modified pigeon. Otherwise, if you would like to try it, then from down dog, use your next exhale to pull your right knee forward. Let it rest by your right wrist. There you go. And then bring your heel to, so it's in front of your left thigh. Slide your left leg back. And then fold forward. And just like we did with child's pose, if some sort of forehead connection is available to you, I would encourage you to make that. That could be with your mat or stacked fists. If that's too far down for you, though, that's okay. No worries. If gently rocking your hip side to side would feel good, you can do that for a while. Very nice. Here's an opportunity for you to come back to your breath. So just take some deep, you can stay down, sorry. I'm just staying up so I can talk. Just take some deep inhales and deep exhales. It's a good opportunity to focus with all the chatter we have going on behind us. I once taught at a studio where there was construction going on right next door for a month. So every time I taught, we really practiced on focusing. So this chatter is nothing. This is all happy noises. You've got one more breath here. Gently push yourself up. Tuck your back toes under. And then on an exhale, try pushing back to three-legged dog. Let your left heel drop towards the floor. Good, both feet down. Exhale, pull your left knee forward towards your left wrist. Heel in front of your right thigh. Slide your right leg back. Fold forward. Forehead connection. Shoulders stay in their sockets. Long, slow inhales, long, slow exhales. Face and jaw are relaxed. If some rocking side to side would feel good on this side, go ahead and do it. Two more breaths here. Once you finish those breaths, inhale, come up. Exhale, push back, three-legged dog. Right heel drops towards the floor. Both feet down. Inhale through your nose. Long, slow exhale through your mouth. Then bend your knees. Bring your feet forward. And hang out in ragdoll. So bring your hands to your opposite biceps, forehead to your forearms, and rock side to side. Legs are straight or bent, you decide. Body weight's out of your heels though, in the balls of your feet. Belly button and shoulders up. Then from here, make your way down to a seated position, so you're just bending your knees, using your hands at any point. Finding that same starting position, inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, roll back, hands away from your legs to make it harder. One vertebrae at a time. Nice. Once you get there, pull your knees into your chest. Rock side to side if that would feel good. And then from this position, extend your legs up when it comes so you can see me again a little better. So you're flexing your toes towards your feet. Let me say that again, towards your face. Makes more sense. This is called legs up the wall. It's a great inversion to kind of reverse, to reverse the blood flow in your system. Now you can stay like this, or if you want to find shoulder stand, if that's in your practice, you can try popping your your hips up onto your shoulders, hands to your lower back. This is just an option. You decide what works for you. If you are in shoulder stand, your release position will be plow, and you can find that at any point. In plow pose, your feet come over your head. So much going on here. All right. And then if you're in plow, hips back to the floor. Knees into your chest. Both feet onto the ground. Bring your arms out to a T. Cross your right leg over your left. We're going to start off here with what's called a hip pull. So you're going to drop your knees to the right. Let the weight of your top leg pull on your bottom hip. Both shoulders stay on the ground. Face is relaxed. On your next inhale, come back to center. Keep your right leg over your left and just drop your knees the other way to the left. Now you're going to feel this more in your spine versus your hip. Right shoulder stays down. If you want an even bigger twist, you're going to extend both legs so you're in almost like a scissor position. Toes are gently flexed. If your legs are extended, re-bend them, and then use an inhale and the strength of your abdominal muscles to come back to center. Very nice. Switch your legs, left over right. Oh boy. We'll start with our hip pull, so on your next exhale, drop to the left. Again, let the weight of your top leg pull on your bottom hip. One more deep breath here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop to the right. Left shoulder down. Then for more intensity, extend both legs with a gentle flex of your toes. your legs are extended, rebend. Inhale back to center. And then once again, exhale, pull both knees in. Look side to side with your head to loosen up your neck a bit. Then rock side to side with your knees, loosen up your lower back. From here, drop your feet down wide, let your knees tent in one last time. Bring your arms by your side at about a 45-degree angle away, palms up, shoulders down. So we're making our way into Shavasana, our final resting pose. If this leg position feels good on your back, you're welcome to stay here for Shavasana. If instead you'd like to extend your legs, go ahead and do that now. In that case, they're mat width apart. Pinky toes fall towards the ground. Eyes are closed. This is where you get to soak it all up. Really nice practice. Enjoy. When you're ready to come back to your body, notice the warmth of the sun on your face. Then take some deep inhales and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Eventually roll to your side with your knees bent. Use your arm as a pillow. And if it resonates with you, you can offer up a few thoughts of gratitude here. So in other words, think of one or two things you're thankful for. One might be hearing so much giggling during Shavasana. That usually doesn't happen. It's kind of fun. On your next inhale, push yourself up to a seated position. Posture is strong and open, but not too rigid. Eyes are closed. Hands at heart center. Take a moment one last time to reconnect with your intention. Then take a deep breath. And we'll end with a blessing. Bring your hands to the space between your eyes. May you have peace in your thoughts today. Hands to your lips. May you have peace in your words. And hands to your heart. May you have peace in your heart and actions. Namaste.